Hello, everybody. This is Jeremy. I am the person who hosted this podcast. The audio is a little bit off. Anthony and Jordan are a little too quiet. I'm a little too loud. We'll have it fixed next week. There's also a little ringing noise. Don't worry about that. Again, sorry, but I'm just going to let you guys get into it, and I'm going to stop talking. See you later. Bye.
Okay, but this is a podcast about the League of Legends Fantasy Football League. Last year, can we pull up last year's ratings and so people can just kind of get a catch up of where we each ranked? I came in 10th place.
Correctly, Anthony came in first, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anthony won. I came in 10th place, which we have 12 people, I came in last.
Well, that first year, you're just learning it. It's okay.
It's not my first year, but okay. My total record is 31-43. I have a terrible record on fantasy football.
I came in second last year. I did actually pretty well.
I should be interviewing you guys. What you guys did right and what I did wrong.
Draft Lamar Jackson. That's what I did.
That was a good move.
Yeah, I think what I did right was keep Michael Thomas for a 15th round pick.
That was ridiculous. I saw that in the keepers and I got upset.
That's what he did right this year too.
Yeah, I'm saying there's already some drama this year, so we may have to discuss the keepers. And,
What's the drama?
There were
The
some
fact that
arguments over Anthony having a. Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, there's one or two people that are upset about Michael Thomas costing me a 14th round this year.
Well, so what I was upset about, and the guy didn't do, I don't know if there was a rule in place, but somebody could have potentially kept Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley.
He did last year. Ben did.
Is there a rule against that, keeping him 2 years in a row or something like that? Because they're
so
both on his team still.
They won't be this year. He's not keeping Saquon this year.
I saw that, and that surprised me.
So the reason being is, the rules are, if you draft a player, if you want to keep them next year, you can do that. It costs you the round that you drafted them. So drafts in the first round, it costs you a first round pick the next year.
Right.
Every year after you've kept that player, the next year the keeper cost goes up one round. So
okay,
if
that makes
costed you 4th round last year, and this year they're going to cost you a 3rd round.
That makes sense.
Once you've reached a first round keeper cost, you cannot keep them the next year because there's no way to. For
That's why I couldn't keep mine.
Ben last year used a first round keeper on Saquon, 2nd rounder on McCaffrey. So this year McCaffrey's costing him a first round, and you can't keep Saquon.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me.
I picked up Michael Thomas as a free agent his rookie year, and free agents, the way the rules are,
Winston, come on.
as the very last
Go.
Right.
So this
Yeah,
is
that's.
my
I saw
third
that. I'm
or
like,
fourth year.
that's ridiculous.
So it's hard. So I proposed the rule a year or two ago to try to limit this because I definitely can see how this can be, used. you can use the rules against other players. Like I've got Thomas said, Nick's got who's he got? He's got the running back from New Orleans.
Kamara.
Kamara. He's got Kamara at a 10th round keeper.
Wow. Oh, I see that Nick Chubb's also an 8th round keeper.
Yep.
With somebody
Yep. Adam drafted Nick Chubb like in the 9th round or something. His rookie year, 10th round. So that's another one. Really good value.
Yeah, great value.
So the rule we proposed a couple years ago was we limit the number of years you can keep a player to 2 or 3 or 4. But I just didn't get enough people that were interested in that, and so we didn't do anything.
I think we're gonna learn our lesson this year. I think we're gonna be like, well, shit, we can't keep this going. Like, I think after this year, people are gonna wake up and put a cap on it.
Yeah. And I'm totally open to that. If we can get more than the majority of people to say they want to put a cap on it, I'm happy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy to lose Michael Thomas. But
that's such great value for Michael Thomas too. That's ridiculous. Good for you for drafting him or picking him up. I mean, that's just smart on your part, but
got lucky.
Yeah.
You don't find it every year. Like last year, I got AJ Brown he's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a keeper of mine this year because he's going to cost me a 17th rounder. And is he the best wide receiver out there? No, but it's
for a
pretty good
17th round. For this year, I think that's going to happen a bunch because there's so many rookie wide receivers available this year that can make an impact immediately. Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. You got Henry Ruggs. You got C.D. Lamb.
Hold
All
on
those.
a second. I need to get my pen out. Okay, keep going.
All
I
those
haven't
wide
even looked at
receivers-
anything.
I'm not giving you any of my first secrets for the first 5 rounds, whatever.
Oh,
But
okay.
all those players are gonna have great value. Are gonna be good pickups in later rounds. And they're gonna start. That's the thing. They're gonna start for their teams. So, I mean, if I'm giving out pointers, that's it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is sometimes you've got to keep players that may not be great for you this year, but moving down the road, you're going to get great value, and they could be. That's like Thomas. When I kept Thomas his sophomore year or his second year in the league, he wasn't the Michael Thomas he is today, or even
Yeah, he
last
wasn't
year.
the number 1 guy or anything. Yeah.
So, but there was a lot of buzz, and it was like, well, if this pans out, I might have a decent. I never thought he'd be like he is, but
Yeah, for sure.
you just that's how it goes in fantasy football. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk draft picks. So where are you guys in the draft?
I'm 8th.
You're 8th.
Yeah.
I'm 5th this year. I'm
5th.
right in the middle. I'm very happy. Last year I drafted from the very last spot. So
I think I'm
See,
7th. Yeah, I'm 7th.
No, you're
Okay.
not.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
I'm right in front of you.
No, you're 6th.
You're right. So I'm kind of happy with my position. I think every time I've ever done fantasy football, I've either been first or last, and so I either got the advantage of getting those 2 picks in a row right off the bat, which I thought were useful, or that first pick. But I'm pretty excited to try it in the middle because I think there's going to be a lot of buzz players that get taken out, and they won't tempt me. Honestly, this will help me because I don't pick whatever big name I saw in the news the day before.
I'm fine where I am because I was debating whether or not to keep Ezekiel Elliott or pick up someone else depending on how the keepers went. But since I'm 8th, I don't see another player of Ezekiel Elliott's level dropping that far. I mean, there may be a few or whatever, but those are risks. So I'm fine with taking a top 3 running back at number 8. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'll take that.
I think, you're with all the first round guys that are taken. I think Saquon's pretty much the only one that you look at and you go, hey, this guy's
He's number 1
you
pick.
can't miss. Yeah, so
Right.
more than likely he's going to Jorge first overall.
Mhm.
Every mock draft I've run through has him going first overall in our league the way it's set up. So don't
Yeah,
think he'll be falling to any of those.
No, I don't think so either. And at number 8, I mean, what would I'll be 4 or 5 the next round? I can get a good
Right.
value person there too. So
No, you're in a good spot.
I think I am too.
You're a good spot.
Wait,
I also like that I don't have to worry about a quarterback this year. So I mean, I'll get a backup obviously, but I feel like there's such a tier system when it comes to quarterbacks and tight ends, where there's the top 2 or 3 guys, and then there's a huge divide between the rest of them. Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are those top guys that are going to get you fantasy points every week, and maybe Tom Brady this year because of his offense that he's in. Same thing with tight ends. You got Zach Ertz, George Kittle, and Travis Kelce, who are the top guys, and then you kind of have maybe Mark Andrews, but then everyone else below them, and it's a wide margin.
Mm-hmm. Well, Anthony, you were telling me about a strategy. I don't know if I can cut this if you want me to, but where you only draft wide receivers and don't worry about running backs.
Yeah, that's a 0 running back strategy. Started a couple years ago, and it's become pretty popular this year.
Okay.
I'm not going to say whether I will be pursuing that or not, but I've kind of got a little bit of a start with my keepers.
Yeah, honestly, if anybody in the league was in the position to do that, it'd probably be you, I think.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the list of keepers right now, but it's one of those things. There's a ton of risk there, and you've got to basically hit on all your low end running backs if you do that. It's not easy. It's not.
Yeah. I got lucky one year and I drifted, just dumb luck. I got Rawls, who used to be running back for the Seattle Seahawks, the year that Marshawn Lynch got injured. So picking up those waiver wire players, if a main running back, if a star is probably going to go down, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's all about hitting those backup running backs.
Yeah.
And getting a little luck.
Mm-hmm.
You also got to see the offense that those running backs are in. Christian McCaffrey is basically another wide receiver along with being a running back. That's why he's so good, especially because we're in a PPR league, right?
Yeah.
our PPR league. So like you got to get those running backs. They're also going to be used in the passing game a lot because I mean that's a point every time they catch the ball.
Yeah, I'm taking notes too because I've underperformed I think in the past few in this year especially. I thought I was off to a pretty good roll off the start, and then I went 7-2 in our division.
Yeah, I was just happy I made it to the playoffs because I think the year previous I did not.
Yeah, I flopped during the playoffs. I was very upset about that.
One thing I do want to implement this year that we've kind of gotten away from the past 2 years, probably my fault, is that typically we do the winner of the toilet bowl gets to choose their draft spot.
Yeah,
Um,
that would have been cool. We had a lot going on. So let's somebody else read through the because I can't really read it very well because Jordan sent me a PNG file. Somebody
Well, you can open the original and
Somebody read through. It's on a black background. Somebody read through the draft picks, who has them, and what round, and then we're gonna pick the winner and the loser.
the draft picks or the keepers.
Of the keepers, sorry.
Okay.
Anthony, you know who all the people and teams are. You want to run through that?
yeah. Okay. So, a Sunday drive, which is Jeremy.
Be me.
You're keeping Devontae Adams with the first round pick.
Couldn't find anybody better.
Which I mean, Devontae's great. So.
He would have been a
And
first
he's-
round pick anyway.
He's
Yeah,
gonna get
he
all
would
the
have.
targets in Green Bay
Yeah.
too because there's no other wide receivers there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so no pants since March. That's Adam. That's a friend of Chip and myself. He lives down in Maryland. He's keeping Deshaun Watson with the 10th round
That's a good.
and Nick Chubb with the 8th round. So I feel
That's
like he's
good
got pretty
value.
good value.
Yeah.
It's
Both
good
those guys would definitely go higher.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm guessing Chubb probably would have been a late first round, and Watson's kind of a early round quarterback, I would think.
Yeah.
for sure.
All Barkley, no bite. That's Ben. He's keeping McCaffrey with the first round, and then he's keeping Ridley with the 4th round.
McCaffrey is a no-brainer. I mean, you got to keep McCaffrey if you can, right?
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a top 2 pick. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and then Ridley in the 4th, I think, is pretty fair value.
Yeah, I would say that's about right. That's where he'd be taken. Yeah.
Detroit Anthony's not named. Well, named after me.
Is that Chip?
He's keeping Dak Prescott with an 8th round, and then DJ Chark with the 17th.
Yeah, I just
So
looked
that's
up
another one of those-
DJ Chark. Great
That's
value.
another one of those free agent wide receivers picked up that.
So, my problem with DJ Chark is I don't trust anyone on the Jaguars because they are trying to lose. So I don't know if I'd be drafting anyone from the Jaguars, but 17th round, I mean, if he gets moved to a different team, or I mean, he could catch some balls from Gardner Minshew. So his 17th round's not bad. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I don't feel comfortable taking anyone from the Jaguars this year.
Well, and at that spot, I mean, that could even be a play for a year or two down the road too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So let's get into this Le'Veon Bell first round pick here.
Yeah. So then we got champions, which is AJ.
Yeah.
And
AJ does
Le'Veon
it.
Bell with the first round pick. And honestly, when I got that text, I didn't really know what to say. I just said, "Good job."
Is it okay?
I typed that in as quickly as I could and locked it in.
Before he says no.
Yeah, before he changed his mind, and then he's keeping Kittle with the 3rd round, which I think that's pretty good value there.
Kittle's fine, yeah. The
Yeah.
thing with Le'Veon Bell, I don't think he's going to be on the Jets by the end of the year. The coach didn't want him there. It was the front office that made the trade and stuff. The coach doesn't want him there. And
Yeah,
he
I-
doesn't like the coach either. So,
Yeah, it really kind of depends on if he does leave where he ends up. With the Jets,
Right.
he doesn't have much value, but maybe he ends up. Well, who knows where he ends up?
Hang on,
Maybe he ends up in New England, but that'd be an interdivision trade.
he is the Jets' best receiver though right now.
I mean, he's the Jets' best player, but they're the Jets. So,
Maybe they're just gonna throw to him and he's gonna get insane. We're gonna look really stupid when Le'Veon Bell catches and carries for 1,500 yards.
carries AJ to the glory.
Yeah. Egg's gonna
Um,
be on our face.
by the way, Saints have said that Alvin Kamara is available for trades. So, they trade out Kamara and they get Bell. Could happen.
What
not
team
to,
did you
not to
say?
each other. The Saints are looking to
Oh.
trade Kamara, allegedly. That's what I've heard. According to my sources.
I want Le'Veon Bell to go to the Bears.
Well, you want everyone to go to the Bears.
Yeah. Tom Brady. Come on. Chicago, you gotta love it. Okay, who's next? Let's not dump on
So-
AJ for too long.
Next we've got Lions Kool-Aiders. It's a friend of mine, Mike. He's keeping Kenny Galladay with the 10th round, which I think is very good value there.
Great value.
Yep.
And then Kenyon Drake with the 5th round, which also is pretty good value.
I wouldn't
Drake's-
mind Kenyon Drake in the 5th round at all.
No,
That's
I've seen a
awesome.
lot of people wanting Drake as a low end number one running back or high end number 2 type of guy. So 5th round, that's great value there.
Oh, yeah.
Next we got Marine City Cubbies.
Pat Mahomes second round. I mean,
Mahomes 2nd round. So
he is what he is.
Yeah,
You're good.
and that's where he's. I mean, that's right where he'd be going. So
Yeah.
that's-
Right, and I don't like drafting a quarterback that early, but like I said earlier, there's a very clear tier system where it's like Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, and then everyone else.
Yeah,
When it comes to fantasy, at least.
definitely.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is. I feel like he's up there too. Maybe not quite in the.
I
tier, but
agree.
close
He's up there.
behind. Okay, so next we got Busted Lip. That's Brendan, and he's keeping Dalvin Cook with the 1st round. Cook is a great
He'll get-
running back when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I
He'll
feel
get carries.
Yeah, and he'd be a 1st round pick more than likely. So I
Mhm.
think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good. That's a good keeper there. Then we got the Juices Loose.
That's me.
Jordan Lamar Jackson 5th round.
Tell us. I'd let you tell us your keepers.
I was so happy when I remembered that I got Lamar Jackson the 5th round last
That's
year
Crazy
because
value.
I looked because he all he does is score touchdowns and stuff,
Yeah.
except in the playoffs. But I mean, I couldn't pass up. And then Ezekiel Elliott, like I said, I'm drafting 8th, so I feel like Ezekiel Elliott's a 1st round pick regardless.
Yeah,
So I'll take him.
yeah.
There's only
Fine.
one other running back who I might consider, besides Ezekiel Elliott, and Saquon Barkley's going to be gone. But I'm happy with Elliott. I'm very happy with him.
Next, we got Mighty Brown Eye. That's Jorge, and he's keeping DK Metcalf with the 9th round. And then he's got Chris Godwin in the 4th round. So Godwin's good value there for sure.
Yeah.
Metcalf, I'm not up on the Seahawks receivers
No?
enough to tell you if that's good or not. I think it's probably a decent value.
Metcalf was him and Russell Wilson started really their chemistry started getting going last year at the end. I think that's great value for Metcalf. I mean, it's a 9th round pick. I mean, that's great value for Metcalf, even if he doesn't perform to the level that people are saying he's going to. I mean, Russell Wilson's going to make stuff happen, and DK Metcalf is going to be right there beside him. So
You don't get many starting receivers down to the 9th round.
right, exactly.
I'll be keeping Nobel Peace Prize. I got Michael Thomas in the 14th and AJ Brown in the 17th. I feel like I've got decent value for both of those guys.
Oh, for sure.
And then we got last but not least is Refrigerator, Nick. He's keeping Kamara with the 10th round, which again, crazy value.
Crazy value.
And then Ronald Jones with the 15th round, which I think, unless Tampa picks up another running back.
Well, isn't LaShawn McCoy a running back for them now?
Yeah, he is.
He is, but I think Jones is the starter.
Okay.
Jones ran.
McCoy couldn't do anything in Kansas City really last year, so I don't necessarily see him excelling. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Could have a
But
jolt of
the
life in him.
one, I think the one wild card out there is the running back from Jacksonville. Someone might be able to
Leonard
remind me.
Fournette.
Leonard
yeah.
Fournette.
He's gonna get picked. He's gonna have good
Where's he
value
going?
this year.
Yeah. Where's he going? And if he goes to Tampa, that could definitely
That'd be
hinder the
crazy.
value of Ronald Jones. So,
And-
who knows? There's a few teams that he's been linked to. I think Tampa's one of them, but we'll see.
Yeah, Patriots are also one of them. I heard. But you don't want any running back from the Patriots because they do it by committee. So it's either hit or miss usually. Like someone's gonna score you 30 points a game, or they're gonna score you like 4.
Really? That's how they do it in New England?
Well, let me hang on. I just saw something earlier. But they have like Lamar Miller, Rex Burkhead. They have tons of running backs that they're gonna
Oh.
use.
They're
And
loaded.
Yeah.
Cam Newton for the Patriots is probably gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good backup quarterback.
I think so
I
too.
mean, or starter even. I mean,
Who's
Cam
starting
Newton-
right now?
What's that?
Who's starting right now?
I mean, it's between Cam Newton and Jarrett Stidham.
Oh,
And I think Belichick has said that they want Stidham to start, but I don't think that's going to happen when you have Cam Newton in your locker room.
hmm It's
So-
it's crazy to think what would happen if they wouldn't have gotten rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. Would like the Patriots this year be able to just go like Would they be back at the Super Bowl already without Tom Brady even?
Well,
Totally.
apparently Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of Brady a couple years ago and keep Garoppolo,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I've heard.
He said he's cramping my style. Tom's taking all my fame.
Listen to the Pat McAfee show. I highly recommend it. There's a lot
I
of
know you
inside
do.
football information on it. But allegedly that's a story that has been going around, that Belichick wanted Garoppolo instead of Brady, and that's what kind of caused the divide and caused Brady to split.
Okay.
Anthony is muted.
Yeah, Anthony, you're muted in the Discord.
Is muted. Oh no.
He's
There
good. You
you
got
go.
it.
That's not the first time that would have happened. Because we saw that in Green Bay 8 years ago with Brett Favre.
hmm
7 years ago. I'm not sure how long, but
I
when
miss
they let
Brett
Brett
Favre.
Favre go for Rodgers.
Well, and then Green Bay also drafted a quarterback this year.
Yeah, that's kind
in
of
the
a real
first
kick in the
round.
nuts to Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, guy.
Well, I mean, he had to know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He did it to Favre. He was there. What was it? 1 year before they replaced him? Maybe 2 years.
I think it was like 1 year. Yeah, he
Yeah,
sat behind
so-
him for a year.
Rodgers still a great quarterback.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's lots of teams I think that would love to have him. So
Lions.
he'll find-
Bears.
Like I say, the Bears probably need more help than the Lions.
Yeah.
But, you know,
The Bears have two quarterbacks. They have Nick Foles and Trubisky.
Neither of them are good. Well, Nick Foles is definitely better than Trubinsky, I'd say.
what did Trubisky cost them? Is that 2 first round?
Too much. I think it was about maybe some kickers too.
I say, are there 5 first round picks between Trubisky and that defensive end?
And Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
I think
Honestly,
there's
yeah.
5 first round picks between those 2 players.
Well, Trubisky they drafted. Nick Foles they traded for, I think, or they signed.
Oh, I know, but I mean,
They traded up to
I think
get
they
Trubisky, didn't
traded
they?
the first round pick to trade up.
And people always say like, oh, they could have drafted Patrick Mahomes with that pick. Which
They
I think
traded-
is hilarious.
They traded the first round pick, a 3rd round pick, a 67th round pick, and a 111 round pick for Mitch
Here's the thing, though.
Trubisky.
Trubisky will always destroy the Lions. He has his best games against the Lions. So honestly, if they just bring him in twice a year to play against us, they'd probably win both times.
That would make me happy because the only team I really want the Bears to beat is the Lions. Actually, no, Green Bay. I want to beat Green Bay more than the Lions. Definitely.
So who do you guys think if you had? And I'm not sure how we do this, but who would you say is the best value?
Who do you
Michael
wish
Thomas.
that your team was? like whose keepers do you wish that you had more than
You
anybody
cannot
else?
beat Michael Thomas in the 14th round.
No.
I
you
mean,
really
I
can't.
guess. I mean, we're talking about value.
Kamara in the 10th round is pretty good too.
That's pretty good too, but I don't know.
Uh,
Just Michael Thomas is so ridiculous, and
So
I mean,
let's-
go ahead.
Let's take out Michael Thomas. Take that out. Who would you say? Let's just forget the value. Who do you think has the best keepers?
Probably.
Forget about the rounds they cost. Who do you think's got the best keepers right now?
I mean, I like mine obviously.
I think yours are really solid.
Yeah,
no
I'd say
pants.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Between you and No Pants since March, probably have the best 1-2 punch. All Barkley, no bites with Christian McCaffrey and Ridley. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if we're talking value though, it's got to be no pants since March. You got
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson the 10th and Nick Chubb in the 8th.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like that's really good value.
Oh,
And
Yeah, I
those
don't think
are
you
the
can.
same
I
two
really
he
don't think you
rolled
can
last
beat
year.
that.
oh, really? They're the same too.
Yeah, he rolled with those 2 last year too. So
Whoa, you lucked out then. That's a jackpot.
yeah.
It might be worth taking a year and just drafting some real hopefuls.
Like Jonathan Taylor for the Colts.
Yeah,
running
and
back.
just like.
what are you saying, Anthony? I know. that Colts team is going to be so fun to watch with Philip Rivers leading the charge. It's going to be interesting.
It will be. Yeah, I think it's going to totally change that team with Rivers, and then because you got Jonathan Taylor, but they still are sitting on.
You got Marlon Mack too, yeah, and T.Y. Hilton.
I'm taking
And
Joe
they
Burrow
drafted a
first
wide
round.
receiver too.
Yeah.
They drafted Pittman this year too. You're thinking Joe Burrow in the first
Joe
round?
Burrow
John?
first round.
God, the Bengals are going to
So
win
here's the
like 3
problem: you can
games.
draft these guys early, but then their keeper costs are sky high.
Oh, you're right.
Exactly.
Damn. There goes that strategy. But I might.
Find that-
Did it work out for the Marine City Cubbies last season? They drafted. I mean, obviously didn't if you guys got first and second, but drafting Pat Mahomes first round, like
They didn't draft him first round.
I think they was it first or second round?
second round.
Second
It
round.
was second round.
Yeah.
That was the earliest quarterback, unless somebody took Tommy Brady one first round.
Tom Brady's going to be a decent quarterback this year too, because he's just in that offense where every wide receiver is such a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing is he hasn't had the weapons that he has.
Right.
It's been a few years.
Oh yeah, he hasn't had a weapon in a while, except he had Antonio Brown for 1 game last year or something.
Did
like
he even
that.
throw to him? He threw to him like twice.
He got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Touchdown. Antonio Brown is another kind of weird pick this year because he's
Mhm.
suspended for like what 8 games.
Yeah.
So if you can pick him up in like the last couple of rounds, could be worth something.
Some knucklehead in our group. AJ's probably gonna pick him up like third round.
Um,
Worst value keepers other than AJ.
Oh, worst value other than Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
I mean, you better hope Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson don't get hurt.
I hope Devontae Adams doesn't get hurt.
I don't like drafting a wide receiver in the first round just because I feel like there's so many this year that could potentially bust out and be stars. I don't know the rest of your roster, who you could have chosen from, but
My roster
I
was garbage. Who was I between? It was
didn't you
The
have
guy from
Tyreek Hill?
Kansas City.
Devontae
Tyreek
Adams
Hill?
and Tyreek Hill. I took Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
He-
So
he's
Jeremy
gonna-
ran into a little bit of a problem in that. I don't remember exactly. Oh, Devontae Adams was a second round keeper last year, so this year bumped him up to first round.
Yeah.
His first round pick last year was Tyreek Hill,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
he couldn't keep both.
Right.
I think that's
So,
what happened.
which didn't get caught until the very last minute.
Yeah, I noticed the day before after I told you. I was like, I don't think that's gonna work, but yeah.
Jeremy was like, "I'm just gonna let it roll." And see.
I was like, let's see if he notices. I don't.
Draft day comes around. Hang on.
Woo!
Yeah.
Jeremy has an extra player on his team.
So,
That's funny.
yeah, I was putting everything in, and I was trying to calculate the keeper cost, which is really a manual process.
Sorry, I didn't know it was that hard.
Yeah, it's so bad
yeah,
for
I
you.
spent like 2 hours, whatever it was, Monday night or Sunday night, I guess, when I started, before I accidentally started the league, accidentally started the season, and everyone got emails saying, "Great draft, congratulations."
Yeah, I
And
saw that. I
"Oh,
was-
no.
I was like, huh.
Hey, I liked my team.
I got a few of those texts. Yeah, hey, I like my team. Go back to it.
Can we revert?
Like, okay.
We should get a Discord group going for the draft.
So
There
I was
is.
thinking about either
Okay.
Discord or possibly doing a Zoom one. So we, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter either way.
Either one, yeah. I think most people have Zoom at this point. I've never tried
There's a
it.
draft room voice channel for League of Legends.
On Discord, yeah, you're right. There is
In
actually.
Discord, yeah.
So maybe we just leave
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, I'll send the link out. I didn't realize they had video on this.
Yeah, it's nice.
It actually works really well.
Yeah, this is great. So
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. That was the first episode of our bi-weekly, monthly, however we want to do it, fantasy football breakdown. We're going to talk about. We're going to have guests on to trash talk. We're going to have. Let's if there's a big game between two people, they go all out. If it's a real barn burner, let's get them on.
yeah, we'll get them on. We'll do a little preview. I'm sure we'll do one next week, kind of do a recap and
Yep.
get ready for the games because we got games starting next Thursday already.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's coming
That's
quick.
crazy.
So.
It's coming real quick.
I'm excited though. It'll be nice to have football back.
Yeah,
Let's hope for a full season.
yeah. Let's hope. The MLB seems to be barreling ahead, so
Yeah, it's we'll see. I mean, the Major League Baseball, other than the issues they had right at the beginning, it seems like they've got it figured out
Yeah.
without the bubble. So
They're
I'm
going to do
hopeful for
playoff
the
bubbles,
NFL.
though. So
are they?
playoff
Yeah,
bubbles make
allegedly. Two West Coast bubbles and then 2 in Texas, I want to say.
Hmm.
So that'd be interesting to see.
sense. All right.
Tigers only like a game out, so as of right now.
Fingers crossed. I think the Cubs are first in our division, so I'm not.
Yeah, Cubs are doing
I'm
well.
not too mad.
Yeah, you guys wiped the floor with the Tigers. Just was it last weekend?
Yeah. At least we're not the Rockies. The Rockies lost by like 19 points yesterday, or 19
Yeah.
runs yesterday.
Run.
Points.
Jeremy, but since the Cubs beat us, the Tigers have won 7 in a row. So
You gotta whip them into shape sometimes. All right, folks. Thank you for listening. I will see you next
All right,
time.
guys. Have a great week.
see you later.